Hey YouTube, this your boy Baby Boy. Here to show you some more in-depth gameplay of the yokai shift styles. My previous video is going to be in the card here. Click on that to see the phantom style. This video is going to go over more in depth of how the brute style works with actual enemies that behave properly. So with the brute style, this is your counter. It's a spinning backhand, and that's basically it. So my other videos have kind of covered how the other mechanics in the yokai system works, so I'm not gonna go over that too much, but I will point out some things here and there. So first things first, let's just understand at how risky this style is. I'll show you. So if you want to land a blow with this without countering a burst attack, you're gonna take damage, but you hurt your enemy a lot. Best believe you actually hurt them, but in order to counter regular attacks with the burst out, you're gonna have to take damage. So unless you have your character spec'd out to be tanky and has a lot of health, this is very risky doing this, especially in boss battles. Very risky. So when you've hit your enemy enough with burst attacks, you place a curse on them. Now I don't know what curse does specifically in this game. There are a lot of ailments to keep up with, but I want to say it debuffs your enemies of key recovery, I think, but we'll see. So for bigger yokai, you don't really want to try to counter them too much. You want to wait till the burst attack opportunity comes up, because as you can see, it's just going to armor through your attack anyway, so you might as well wait. And so with the burst attack, you actually stop most attacks from actually going through. So it's very effective in that regard, especially when you know that the enemy's burst attack has a long startup. You can use this to just checkmate them real quick and then just do anything you want at that point, because you have advantage in terms of frame data. They can't do anything to you. So again, fighting regular enemies isn't recommended using this style. Not if you're going to counter them like this, because it's very risky. And so I do not know if damage is reduced when you do this, but again, you don't want to do this and get hit at the same time, because that's just unnecessary risk unless you have a way to slowly get your health back, or you have a build that every time you hit an opponent using a counter move, you get health back. Just something in general like that. So you never want to do that carelessly, especially against bosses, because their burst attacks are all crazy and weird, and you're never gonna be able to just sit here and tank hits from a boss. So don't do that. So now I'm going to show you the yokai shift a bit more in depth. Got a little bit of a bug here. Alright. Alright, so this is the brute form here. Again, you'll know it's the brute form by the War Club. So that was the counter move. So we're gonna show the best windows to use it. So again, this one is not reliable because if you will oftentimes go in the wrong direction and your enemy will go right by you. So unless you got it lined up perfectly, that's when you want to use it. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. So again, with this particular style, you can't counter punches or kicks. You have to counter the weapon. Really didn't work, but like I said, it's very tough to line this up perfectly all the time because your enemy moves all the time. So if you do this and your enemy dodges to the right, well, that attack is just simply not going to connect. And then again, you can charge up your attacks here. So let's actually see this being used on an enemy. So when you are charging up this attack, you can't be hit out of it unless it's a strong attack. So if it's a light attack, you can just hold it so long as your meter holds up. So again, the brute style is mainly used for getting up into your opponent's face and just doing a lot of damage. The funny thing is the parry is the weakest part of that yokai style, because if the parry doesn't connect because you went this way and the enemy goes another way, it's just wasted meter at that point, and you might then be open because you can't keep doing the move back to back. There's like a small cooldown of when you can do it again. So just keep that in mind when using the brute style, and that's pretty much how it works. You know, it's not as fancy as the Phantom, but it gets the job done. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude this video here, and stay tuned for more. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I will holler at you later. Peace.